Hey guys, welcome to Geek World Radio. So we're doing something a little different this week. We are doing a Friday news wrap-up because there was a ton of news that came out on Thursday.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. We're like, we can't wait till next week to talk about this stuff on the radio show.
Yeah.
Though we probably will mention also on the radio
of
show.
Course.
On Indie 100 and The Point. Thought I'd put that in there, Anime.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we'll be going into it way more in-depth on the radio show, but we couldn't go without talking about it as soon as it came out.
All right, well, let's start off with Bond, James Bond. We just found out, Bond 24, it's got a title. What is it, Anime?
Spectre!
Now, this is really exciting. You know, for the longest time, Spectre hasn't been allowed to be put in the James Bond movies because they didn't have the rights to it, or Blofeld.
The legal tie-ups have finally been untangled.
Basically, Spectre is like the big villain organization in Bond, and, you know, he fought him in many movies and many books, and this is really exciting.
We also got a little news on the casting for the movie.
Yes.
We had already heard that Christoph Waltz would be in it, and while they are still not saying that he's Blofeld, they're still calling him some other guy.
Yeah.
I think everybody has come to the conclusion that he is Blofeld.
I think so, too. I mean, an actor of his caliber, he's won 2 Academy Awards. But also, on top of Christoph Waltz, we now know the 2 Bond girls are going to be Lea Seydoux from Mission Impossible 4, and Blue is the Warmest Color, and also Monica Bellucci from the Matrix sequels and many other movies. She's totally awesome, and I'm glad that she's going to be in this movie.
I agree. Now, we don't know what kind of parts they're playing. You know, Monica Bellucci, she might be a henchman.
Yes.
She might be an agent. It's really hard to say. Same thing with Lea Seydoux.
Yeah, I feel like Monica Bellucci is either going to be like a cool Italian agent that's helping out James Bond, or maybe she's one of the numbers. You know how like in Spectre, Blofeld's at the top and then there's like all these numbers? So she could be like his number 1 or his number 2 or his number 3 or whatever.
Another bit of the casting news was Dave Bautista, who will be playing one of the henchmen. You guys know him from Guardians of the Galaxy. He was Drax.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's playing Mr. Hinks, and I like that it seems like they're going back to the traditional James Bond fights a giant scary henchman. Also, this is actually really interesting. There's one more person they cast. It's actually Andrew Scott from Sherlock, who played Moriarty in Sherlock.
Okay.
He's going to be playing a character named Denby. Do you think they're going to pull one on us? Do you think that he's actually going to be Blofeld? That Moriarty is going to be Blofeld?
That would be weird. That would be interesting. I mean, the fact is that he always feels evil. That guy. He
you can't help it.
Yeah, so it's possible, but I mean,
maybe they think Christopher Waltz is Blofeld, but it's actually Andrew Scott.
But it's Christoph Waltz. Like, it just seems so perfect for him to be Blofeld.
Totally.
So let's move on from Bond news. What's up next?
All right, next up, let's talk about the new Terminator Genisys trailer.
Oh boy.
And now it's funny because this had a pretty low bar going in. Now I know I was actually pretty excited about this. I think mostly I just want to see Matt Smith, but I think a lot of us came in with like low expectations.
Really low. I mean, from the name Genisys with a Y, you know, to the stupid news that's come out about the plot that just didn't feel like it made any sense, that felt kind of lame.
Yes.
But it felt like they were setting the bar really low because they knew that it would be pretty cool, but they wanted to like have people's expectations really low so that you'd see the trailer and go, oh my god!
I loved this trailer, honestly. I love the fact that it seems like, first off, it feels like Kyle Reese's story, which is kind of interesting.
Very much so.
Since he seems to be the one that is out of time and not really knowing what's happening, because Sarah Connor, played by the great Emilia Clarke, seems to know exactly what's happening and ready to fight.
Now, one of the great things about doing it that way is the fact that we all think of Sarah Connor from T2.
Yes.
You know, in Terminator, she was weak. She was scared.
She was a waitress.
Exactly. But that's not how we think of her. We think of her as the strong, fierce, tough chick from T2.
Exactly.
And it's hard to go back from that, you know? It wouldn't feel right if that's what they had to do in this new Terminator movie. So what they're doing now, it fits so well. And I have to say, Emilia Clarke does an amazing job. You feel like she's strong. You feel like she's Sarah Connor.
I totally agree. And honestly, the thing that got me most is the homages to Terminator and Terminator 2. I mean, you know, we got a new T-1000 liquid metal bad guy who looks like a cop.
Who looks bizarrely like Asian Robert Patrick.
Well, the store Kyle Reese goes into to steal clothes looks a lot like the store from the original movie. Of course, we got to see young Arnold, who at first I thought was CGI. Now I'm pretty sure they just rotoscoped him out of the original movie.
They very well may have.
Because it looks like that. It looks like they did for that scene. But, you know, that promise of a young Arnold version is also really exciting, especially because we have the older Arnold version, and it's a little weird. I think we're all going to accept that he is Arnold's there, an old Terminator because it's Arnold.
Yeah.
But it is pretty bizarre.
Well, I mean, the thing is that they had to use genetic material to make it through the time machine.
Yeah.
And so, the genetic material would theoretically age.
Sure, why
not?
not?
So let's go with that.
Why not? Let's go with that. And I love the fact that he walks and he pulls the hood off and he doesn't say, "I'm back."
Yeah.
Or something cheesy. I think that's the thing that I like the most is it wasn't cheeseball. It looks cool. Alan Taylor, the director who did Thor: The Dark World, looks like he did an awesome job.
I'm pretty sure I saw Matt Smith's silhouette.
I know. We were looking for Matt Smith and yeah, we stopped in a frame. We're like, I'm pretty sure that's his head.
That's what his head looks like.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain that might be Matt Smith.
Great work, anime.
Thank you.
And just this idea of Sarah Connor being the one on top of things and Kyle Reese being the confused, sort of scared one because he thought he was going into one situation and it's a totally different situation.
Yeah,
I think it's really interesting.
Sarah Connor got to say the "Come with me if you want to live" line.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love the new T-1000. I love the part when he makes the javelin.
And even if you're like me and you can't really get past the part where the bus goes like that, like over and over again, the rest of the trailer is so cool. You have to be okay with that.
It's like they combined that scene from The Dark Knight with a semi-truck and that scene from 48 Hours where the bus flips around, and it's perfect synergy.
Also, I found watching this that I really, really liked Jai Courtney. In most of the roles that he plays, he's kind of evil or kind of a dick.
Yeah.
In this, he just was so likable, and it makes you feel like I really hope Kyle Reese survives this one.
I know, right? And I kind of feel like he might.
I think he will.
It definitely feels like, well, we know they want to make a trilogy or at least 2 movies.
He doesn't have to die. It's a different story.
I know. He's kind of turning into a big deal. I mean, he's in this movie. He's going to be in Suicide Squad as Captain Boomerang. Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited for it. Even if they can't spell, that doesn't mean they can't make a good Terminator movie.
True that.
But where's my cameo from Edward Furlong? That's what I want to know. Is he in jail?
Isn't he dead?
Okay, Google. Is Edward Furlong dead? Yeah, no, I think he's fine. Let's see.
Oh, he just looks like that now.
Yeah, no, he's totes alive, anime.
Okay.
Now we know. All right, anime. Well, next up, I'm going to let you talk about this next news bit because this is probably your favorite character. You might even buy and wear a t-shirt of if you ever got the chance.
Deadpool.
So we know
Deadpool
that
news!
We've been hearing for a while that, Fox is going to make this Deadpool movie.
The guy that made the short is making the movie.
Tim Miller, and it is confirmed that
Ryan Reynolds is coming back as Deadpool. Now, for those of you who didn't like him in X-Men Origins Wolverine, it doesn't matter. You can't blame him for that role. It wasn't his fault that they turned the merc with a mouth into a dude with no mouth.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, but the fact is that really he is the right guy for Deadpool, and there's a reason that Tim Miller put him in the short, and that he was so excited to actually do a movie as Deadpool,
Yeah.
Deadpool as he should be played. He's been talking about it for years, how he really wanted to bring the character back, and how, hopefully they'd even be able to reference the other movie and be like, that was stupid. And people know that he really likes the character.
And when this was announced, Ryan Reynolds tweeted, "I guess it's chimichanga time."
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, so that's pretty great. That's pretty great. Is there any other news anime you want to talk about?
There's more casting news.
Yeah.
So, there's another character from the Marvel Universe, this one Marvel Studios, but they have officially announced that Benedict Cumberbatch is Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Now, I know most of you were like, I thought that was official like a couple weeks ago. No, it technically wasn't official. I think they were still sort of, inking the deal at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
But now it is 100% confirmed.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. This was a fun little thing we're doing for you on Friday. Maybe we'll do it again. We'll see. Either way, we've got a few questions. First off, are you excited for the new James Bond movie? And do you think that Christoph Waltz is playing Blofeld? Or you think they're going to wait a little bit on Blofeld? You can let us know. Also, I want to know what you thought of the Terminator Genisys trailer. Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to listen to our radio show, around every week on Indie 100 and The Point.
And if you want to get in touch with us, you can send us an email to geekworldradio@yahoo.com. And be sure to check out our website, geekworldradio.com. And check back here on youtube.com/geekworldradio every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for new videos.
Hey, Anna.
What?
Come with me if you want to live. I mean, you'd probably be fine if you didn't come with me. I mean, we're not really in any apparent danger, but it seems like a cool thing to say. Khaleesi said it, so I'm going to say it.
She has dragons.
She's totes rad.